And now it's time for Happy Stories for Not So Happy People, starring Ethan, the Lord of Death. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to read you a lovely story. You all know it. It's the story of Jack and Jill. Let's begin. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. And that is the story of Jack and Jill. Or is it? Something smelt funny about this. For one, who were Jack and Jill? We don't know anything about them. How old they are, whether they're siblings or not, and what about family and friends, or whether Jack fell or was pushed. The lack of details were suspicious, so I went to investigate. First, the scene of the incident. I looked at the well. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, until I noticed drops of blood on the grass. Strange. No one said anything about blood. The story went much deeper than I thought. I asked around and found out what happened to Jill. The poor girl was paralyzed from the waist down and was older than previously thought, as well as having a more shapely body. A young beauty would be an understatement. "Can I help you, sir?" She spoke to me as I analyzed her voice. It was as if an untrained male vocalist tried to make a female voice. But despite the horrible voice, she is the key witness to this investigation. Alright, listen up here, dollface. I'm looking into what happened at the top of the hill, so spill it. "It was horrible. My brother fell down the hill and cracked his skull. It was awful. He died right there and then." It seemed straightforward, but something felt wrong with me. Like when I watched Bible Black and felt like the story was missing, and when I played the visual novel and I figured out they cut like 70% of the content and kept scenes that didn't even line up and aren't even part of the same route and mashed them together. It was horrible. I mean, seriously, who would do that to a story? They butchered a really great story. Oh well. Anyway, my next stop was to examine Jack's body. I made my way to the coroner to speak with the man who performed the autopsy. "Alright, Butcher, what is the cause of him going stiff?" "Okay, could have worded that differently. But the cause of death was severe head injury and blood loss. What's strange is all the stab wounds." "Wait. What stab wounds?" My instinct was on point. There was more to it than I had previously thought. I went to Jack and Jill's house. After searching, I found a piece of paper containing the biggest clue in this investigation. I rushed to the well and pulled up the pail. What I saw was no pail full of water, only a blood-stained knife in the pail. And right behind me, I saw Jill in her wheelchair, with a gun pointed right at me. "I know the truth, Jill. It was you who killed your brother. You stabbed him with the knife and pushed him down the hill. You used the pail to dispose of the murder weapon and threw yourself down the hill to rid yourself of suspicion. However, your tumble was too good and left you paralyzed. You nearly got away with it. However, I found your grandmother's will, leaving her vast fortune to her brother Jack. You nearly got away with it, but I caught you." Well, darling. You figured everything out. Now what will you do?" "I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Absolutely nothing at all." "Huh? Wait. What? Why?" "Okay, first off, I don't care what happens. I just wanted to know a story that's more than 2 sentences. Secondly, I'm not going to fight a woman in a wheelchair. And most importantly, if I solve this, you can bet your ass someone more competent will solve it and bring you to justice. And if not, you have spinal damage and are stuck in that chair for life. You could get some physical therapy to help, but that plus anti-pain medication is expensive. You'll blow through that fortune in like 3 years, 5 tops. In the long run, you're screwed yourself over. Well, fuck. That sucks. Yep. Later, hater, tater. And that is the story of Jack and Jill. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. But until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. And if you want, watch some of my other videos. There's the Lord of Death Adventures, a comedy parody series starring me going to different anime and video game worlds to stop people from changing them and trying to put them back in order. There's also my mini skits, which are just fun. And if you want to see a specific story, leave them in the comments, and I'll see what I can come up with. See ya!